Hope everyone is doing well. This is the weekly astro forecast of December 15th or 16th to December 22nd. This week starts with the Gemini Full Moon, and this Gemini Full Moon was a mixed bag energy. I really felt this mixed bag energy of a little Gemini energy, the Gemini, the twin, the opposing forces of the dark and light, and the Gemini ruler Mercury being dead stop at the final moments of being stationary, culmination point of that Mercury, ending point of that retrograde that started on November 25th. This was such a strong mental energy, and that information, a lot of information came in. It's the energy, right? So this energy may have brought a lot of informations, a lot of confusions, a lot of depressions, like an energetic scatteredness was very present under this full moon. And not only because of that, this Mercury was in trine with retrograde Mars, and this Mars was opposing that midpoint of Pluto and Venus. It is still opposing that midpoint between Pluto and Venus, and a lot of intensity. Venus Pluto conjunction being opposed by Mars can bring intensity, obsession, attachment, right? All the deep, raw, primordial feelings. This Mars wants to cut something and release something, but this retrograde Mars can be intensified, and especially with that Mercury the dead end point of being its retrograde may have stirred up and brought up a lot of information from the past, a lot of feelings and density, right? Kind of dreaming into the past, dreaming into the fog, because this Neptune played a key role under this full moon being squaring this sun and moon, and this Neptune will continue to play a big role because the sun will come to an exact square point with Neptune on Wednesday. And Neptune's theme is, yes, spirituality and arts and music and anything that takes us away from this physical tangible realm of reality into the spirit realm, into the creative realm, right, into the transcendent realm. But usually that lower archetype of Neptune is more prominent, which is confusion, which is density, which is the fog, right, of unclarity. So a lot of those fog may have been wrapping around our mental space, and we may feel like we don't know which direction we are heading, or we're being pulled back into the past and dreaming into the future, but we don't really see a clear path, right? Which path am I taking? And it can be very confusing to our mind, but it's very important for us to stay committed to our spiritual practice, not to be pulled into all different directions by a lot of information coming in from that external field, but we stay committed to find clarity within. That's a very important theme, because this whole week we are walking toward the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice. But the solstices and equinoxes are four pivotal turning point. It's a portal into the new season, into the change, right? New chapters. So energies get dense around those solstice point and equinox point, but it can be used it's a powerful energetic portal that we can choose to use for our growth and transcendence and change, so that energy can get really, really dense. But know that density is there because it holds that much of potential to change something, right? When the energies are light, when everything is good, we don't really change. When that trigger happens, when that density comes in, that holds more potential to, throw it into a different direction, or just shifted something profoundly within to make some kind of alchemical transmutation to create a new, right, turning lead into gold, turning diamond, right, making diamond. It requires that high pressure, right, high density in for that kind of alchemical transmutation to take place. So make sure this Gemini full moon too was that about the harmonies, the magic, the thoughts, the Greek, the thoughts is an Egyptian god archetype of the thoughts, the harmonies, the ones that wrote down all the hieroglyphs, and all they were the ones who held the resources for magic and alchemy and all that, right? So we want to use this energy to tap into our own magic, really, this week. Yes. So today, Monday, moon is traveling through Cancer. Already right after that full moon shifted quite quickly to Cancer, because that full moon happened at 24 degrees, right, late degrees of Gemini. And now moon is in Cancer. Moon is trining with Saturn. This energy can bring a little more stability to our emotional field. And tomorrow afternoon in Eastern time zone, tomorrow morning into afternoon time, moon in Cancer will reach around 24, 25, 26, 27 degrees of Cancer. When moon transit around that degrees, this moon will sextile Uranus. Uranus is right now sitting at 24 degrees of Taurus. It's gonna sextile, the moon will take sextile Uranus, and this sextile will create my very favorite finger of God energy, finger of God, Yod aspect to the sun. The sun is now at 26 degrees of Sagittarius tomorrow on Tuesday. 26 degree sun will create 150 degrees of in conjunction with the moon, when moon is moving through the 24, 25, 26, 27 degrees of Cancer, and it's going to create that sextile, like skinny triangle, the finger of God, Yod aspect. So there is a little portal of, like a little karmic finger of God pointing its finger toward the sun with the moon and Uranus. Like it can give us a glimpse of a little new awakening, new horizon opening, new wider perspectives, and a new aha moment, or just shift of energy, shift of awareness can start to come in tomorrow. And then this moon will start, the moon will then the moon will start to shift into Leo, and it will conjunct Mars in retrograde for the first time. This is the first time that the moon meet up with Mars in retrograde, which started on December 6th, right? So this moon can activate that Mars retrograde theme, and under that conjunction energy, the sun will be at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. It's gonna shift into 27 degrees, and then it's gonna start squaring Neptune. So yes, like I said, density, confusion, unclarity, illusion, delusion, addiction, depression, all the disassociation theme, right, can come up if we choose. But we have to choose not to get pulled into that, all the negative density. But we gotta snap somehow out of it by choosing to use this energy to connect to our source, the godliness, the pure, the spirit, the almighty power that lies within. Like, be creative, right? If we have a energy to create all the worst case scenario and feeling stuck and bad and negative, we want to turn the switch on in our mind to start creating all the illusions of the best case scenario and tapping into the pure optimism, even if we don't feel it. No, right? It's know that the optimism is a nature of our spirit. So act like that pure divine spirit, like childlike energy. There is nothing to fear, there is nothing to worry, because I'm the source, I'm the God, I'm the creator of my reality, and I know everything is gonna work out for me no matter what. Everything is working out for my highest good. I know so. Know it, know it, know it, and choose to, choose not to listen to the ego monster talking blah 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 blah. But what if this, what if that, it's not gonna go well, blah 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 blah. The ego monster, we gotta fight the monster inside of us, right? To tame it to tame it down and shut their voice. Anyway, we gotta playfully play with that, right? It's like, yeah, that kind of like this association with our own mind can be really good practice too. And then Thursday, there is a beautiful alignment that this week Venus and Jupiter will make, and that's gonna be perfect on Thursday. Even Wednesday, right? When Venus will start to reach, Venus is today at 10 degrees of Aquarius, and it's already 4-degree off with Jupiter, because Jupiter is at 14 degrees of Gemini. And then, about on Thursday point, Venus will be at that 14 degrees of Aquarius, and this Aquarius will make a beautiful trine with Jupiter in Gemini. And if you have any planets around the mid degrees of Libra, that's going to create a beautiful divine triangle, grand trine in air element. This Venus, Jupiter, those two benefic planets speaking to each other in a very positive way, that can bring a lot of ease and peace and new information, new awareness, new creative outlet, right? New kind of inspiration can be coming in, new ease, new serenity, new sense of beauty and goodness, right? Oh yes, I forgot we are here to enjoy life. Right? We forget that sometimes, get so caught up with all the problems and things not working out and struggling and hustling and or all that, right? We can get trapped in that energetic realm. But Venus and Jupiter, those two benefics speaking to each other, is always a great omen, great cosmic energy that reminds us, that taps our back and say, no, you're doing well, and just enjoy it, because everything is gonna be fine, right? So we want to tap it into that beautiful energy. And Venus in Aquarius is the energy to kind of think outside the box, feel outside the box. If we tend to get caught up in negativity and serious mindedness, we want to break that pattern to snap out of it, and more, the innovative, explorative, experimental nature. That's the Aquarius nature. So we want to experiment with our life, choose to think different, feel different, be optimistic even when you feel very pessimistic, you say, right? But like, even when you don't feel anything positive, start acting it, like start activating it, right? Start feeling all the feelings, that electromagnetic energy of our feelings create our reality. So we gotta think right, which was reminded by that Gemini full moon, and that Venus-Jupiter alignment reminds us, feel all the feelings that we want to experience in life, because whatever we are feeling is that magnetic, electromagnetic energy frequency that we are emitting out into the universe, and universe only reflects back what we are emitting, right? Law of energy, law of manifestation. So we gotta make sure that we are taking care of our heart space and tendering into our heart. Feel good just because we are alive, right? That's the true blessing itself. And don't complain, don't feel bad, don't think we're missing anything, we're lacking anything. That's the ego monster talking. And return back to our spirit. It's spirit knows we are whole and complete, and we are one with God, and we are the extension of the source, and nothing is ever lacking nor missing. All is well. Yes, if we can keep tapping in and plugged into the source energy, and if we can walk through that winter solstice portal with that ease and peace, right? The sun will ingress into the 0 degree of Capricorn. That marks the solstice point, and the Pluto is still at 0 degrees, right? A lot of zero activation is happening. And when next year, a lot of zero activation is gonna happen with that 0 degrees Aries point. I mean, this is just the beginning for like profound transformation that's coming our way, right? This is just the beginning. 2024 was just the beginning point, right? It's been a quite interesting, quite intense last 5 years, or 4-5 years, but this is just another beginning point of that new era we are really marching into. And so that, you know, keep your awareness big, keep aiming high. When the sun ingresses into Capricorn, the Capricorn season starts, and Capricorn, the mountain goat, the sea goat, the mystic creature, and we need to know where we are heading, bigger and greater than what our ego mind wants. Our ego mind wants, right, more kind of very realistic thing, practical things. Oh, I want money, work, family, relationship, this and this and this, and we get trapped in this human reality, the human mind. But I think it's very important to keep expanding our awareness and know we have a spirit body too. This human body lies within this spirit body, and the spirit body dissolves, right? It's an extension of the source energy, and we are that big, right? We are that enormous, and we hold infinite potentiality and possibilities and power and greatness. And know that, right, we gotta find that union between the human self and the spirit self. And the more that we stay committed to that kind of spiritual awareness and spiritual practice, this solstice can take us into a different timeline. Timeline shift is happening constantly, all the time. Every moment really in quantum field holds infinite potential for us to shift into a new timeline, shift into the new self, shift into a new reality. Only thing that keeps us trapped in the same old repetitive pattern is because we are constantly thinking the same way, feeling the same way, and it's hard to kind of snap us out of that old repetitive patterns. But with our will, with our strong intention to set ourselves free from that same old karmic repetitive patterns, hold that strong will, we have powerful sword within our mind, sword of truth, right? Make sure you find your mind not only stuck in this human mind, but we have God's mind. Godly mind lies within the Ajna chakra, the crystal grid portal within the pineal gland. There is this doorway into the spirit, doorway into the source. And make sure that you stay connected and tapped in again and again and again, so that everything on this human realm can be easier, right? We can deal with situations with more ease by us connecting to the crystal bodies and crystal beings, and less density, everything light and quick. Change is quick. Change can be instantaneous if we choose to tap into our energy field of lightness and swiftness and change, right? Change is our nature, our true nature, right? Changes this universe, changes this earth. Everything is swift. I'm just gonna pull one card. 9 of Wands. Okay, this week, make sure to go beyond that little bit of this density, or beyond the storyline. This moon will speak with the Chiron too. I was just thinking about Chiron in Aries, but this is the energy that we want to move beyond the storyline of difficulty, of challenges, of war, of battle, of density, of like struggle, the fighting, all that. No, we have to move beyond that. 9 of Wands. 9 is a number of Mars. Mars is gonna be strong. We gotta cut it, and then out of that Mars energy, the warrior energy, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is the Venus energy. 6 is a number ruled by Venus. We want to tap into the Venusian energy, Venus energy of ease and goodness and harmony, right? We are still processing this big retrograde energy of that Mercury, and it's not ending yet. There's gonna be a lot of energy of Jupiter Saturn square coming up, and Mercury is gonna be a part of it, and Mercury retrograde shadow period will last till the 2nd of January. We're still processing a lot and sorting out a lot of information, but choose not to stay stuck in the victim mental foot or warrior energy, like fighting to be right, and just strong ego wanting to make changes and all that. No, like we wanna just kind of retreat and be in a state of peace and harmony, give and take, keep that inner balance solid, and also just enjoy the beauty of life. Whenever we go into the density, that's the threshold that take us up high into the greater lightness and expansion. So may we trust the waves, right? Waves of energy, ups and down. Everything has to go up and down. It's the dance of life. It's the dance of energy. We're all part of that dance, and choose not to stay stuck in one, right? You gotta keep taking those steps and spin around and dance around and enjoy all that, right? Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful, peaceful week. Peace. Thank you.